We have arrived. It is another new moon to begin a new Hebrew month. We are in the month of SHEVAT. And are you feeling this shift? Are you feeling this shift? Because I am feeling it. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. We have arrived. We have arrived. And this month is just going to be a month of breakthrough, a month of clarity, okay? A month of progressing forward, leaving it all behind, and moving into your new life. I mean, and what better way to start it with new hair? Oh my gosh, it's been like, I don't know, like 8 years that I've been blonding my hair, lightening my hair, and I am just ready for a change. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Look at this gorgeous, rich color. It's so beautiful. So you guys, this month is about our protection, redirection, and our abundant new life, okay? Things to look out for this month is there is this component of illusion or disorder or incompleteness, but all that's going to be cleared up. It's already being cleared up now. And so don't be distracted and don't be paralyzed in fear, okay? And I will give you an example of my own life. Okay, you guys, I have been terrified of taking the necessary steps that I've been needing to take and that God's made it very clear I need to take because I have been so afraid that it would trigger a train of events that would be devastating to me and to my life, okay? So I've been like crippled in fear and dragging my feet to do what God told me to do. And I finally went about doing it on Tuesday of this week. And I was informed that it was not even that big of a deal that I thought it was going to be. Okay. And last week, God told me, plot twist, there's an easier way. Either last week or the week before, and I didn't quite understand what he meant by that, but now I do, because what I thought was gonna happen, which was way worse than like I was just, the enemy will cause you to think the absolute worst and attempts to paralyze you in fear and to get you to not do what you know you need to do. And so as I continue to just follow through what I know I needed to do, I ended up finding out that it was not going to be what I thought it was going to be. And it was going to be a lot easier than what I had initially been thinking it was going to be. And so I had such a huge sense of relief. I had so much peace and joy, and was able to get the information that I needed, get the clarity that I needed, and get the instructions that I needed to move forward and bring about this ending that needs to happen in my life without causing harm to other parties involved. So I've just been so relieved. And I say all this because there is currently this energy of the enemy trying to cripple us in fear with these worst case scenarios. And don't get sucked into it. Don't buy into it. Literally do what God has told you to do. And whatever your case is, whatever it is that God is trying to bring to a close, like he's bringing closure this month and he's giving you just a fresh wind. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better. So yeah, it's protection, redirection, and abundant new life, okay? Because we are at the new moon to start us off in the month of SHEVAT. Okay, we're in the month of SHEVAT, and this is an abundant new moon in Aquarius. Okay, this new moon is in the house or the sign, the constellation house of Aquarius. And Aquarius is the rebel. Aquarius, the rebel with a cause, okay? Not just a rebel to be a rebel, but a rebel with a cause. There's a purpose, a higher purpose for breaking out of the mold, breaking out of the box that society tries to put us in and put God in. It's about breaking the mold to advance society, It's about forward thinking and thinking big. And Aquarius is really about being ahead of their time. And so this Aquarius new moon energy and this month of SHEVAT, which is in the house of Aquarius, is about freedom. It's about revolutions. It's about authenticity and being more authentic to yourself. Aquarius energy is really about embracing what makes you unique and not trying to fit into the mold. Okay. So this is about breaking out of the mold and breaking away from things that try to limit you or to, keep you from being your authentic self and really taking risk and just being true to yourself and to what God has called you to. This is about forward motion and about big thinking. Okay, think big. So this new moon in Aquarius is really about creating our new beginning. And this new moon is going to be one of the most blessed and powerful new moons of the entire year of 2025. And so it's also square to Uranus, which is actually a very tense aspect to the planet Uranus. So this could bring about sudden changes and disruption and bringing about an element of surprise with this new moon, but it's asking us to do something differently. It's trying to shake us out of complacency because in a certain area of our life, we've been doing things the same way and expecting a different result. So this is an opportunity to break through those, those hangups and do something different, to break out of the old paradigm and into the new, to have a sudden fresh start and to begin the path to our greater evolution. This new moon is about how you can recreate yourself, do things differently, and really obtain and lay hold to your God-given dreams and assignments. Like, I'm literally so excited about this new month of SHEVAT at this new moon in Aquarius because, my birthday's in Aquarius. And so I'm definitely, a little biased, but it's going to be awesome. Like the Lord saying, you're going to get what you've been working hard for. Remain committed and unafraid of hard work. God sees where you have gone the extra mile and have not hesitated to roll up your sleeves. And he also understands your frustration and feeling like you are hitting a wall and have been waiting for your hard work and sacrifice to pay off. And he wants you to be ready because it is literally paying off. It's about to pay off. Like it's happening even now. But if you're delaying taking the necessary steps and the actions that you need to take, then you might be experiencing a sense of delay. So make those steps. Aquarius is about action. It's about taking action. This new moon is about taking action, taking those necessary steps forward to achieve your goals. And so Aquarius is also associated with the legs. So it's about mobilizing yourself forward, taking those necessary steps forward to get to the destined promise that God has called you into. So a few days ago, I had this vision of birthing a baby. Like we've done the heavy pushing. It's like God was trying to show me that we've done the heavy pushing and now God is cleaning up our baby, okay, and about to present it to us. And the baby represents new life, and that could be in your life. That could literally be like a new baby or a new career, a new relationship, a new house, a big move. It could be a lifestyle change. It could be solutions or provisions that allow you to clear up anything that's been holding you back or in limbo. And so God is cleaning up all that concerns us and introducing us to our new baby, our new life, this new avenue, this new direction. So God is literally setting our feet. On the right path. And as I said in the beginning of this video, it's redirection for your protection and an abundant new beginning, okay? And that moment, if you're a woman and you've had a child, that moment when you've done all the pushing and you feel like you're going to die. I have two children, and my first child, I had an epidural, so I didn't feel anything. But my second child, which was an 8-pound baby, which is huge for me, I had no epidural. And oh my gosh, I literally thought I was going to die. I was screaming so loud, like everybody in the hospital could hear. My doctor's eyes were like humongous. You could tell he was terrified too. Like, I was screaming so hard. They had to put oxygen on me. Like, my whole body was trembling and like up off that bed. Like, when I finally got done pushing my baby out, because he was struggling, like he came out purple with busted eye vessels because like it was rough for him. I'm too small for that much of a baby, but thank God he made it out and I didn't die. And, you know, they put him, you know, when you have the baby, they put him on your chest really quickly and then they take them away and they go clean them up. So I feel like this is kind of where we're at. Like, we can see the promise. It's so close that we can see it. We can feel it. Like, we've done the heavy pushing, but we're in this like waiting period and like in the waiting room, waiting for the baby to be cleaned up and ready to be presented to us, right? So that we can care for it. So I feel like really this is where we are at. So it's so exciting because like it's a done deal. It is a done deal. But again, caution, because the old is going, that nostalgic like past, your past is going to really pull on your energy to try to get you to revert back to what you know, back to what's familiar to you. And those things just cannot move forward with you. And don't worry, because God is going to like replace it with a whole new set of people, of places, of things. Like, everything that concerns you is going to be upgraded. Another vision I had this week that God used to help me was, you know, like in the cartoons or movies, like when someone like falls into a pool or like into water and they're freaking out and they're flailing all around thinking like, I'm drowning. And then someone on the side is like, you know, you can just stand up. And then they realize they can stand up and it's actually like not even that deep and they're not going to drown. And I feel like that's kind of where a lot of us have been. And we're moving past that. It's like we're coming to the realization, like it's going to be okay. We can, again, see the baby, see the vision, see the future. We literally can taste it. We really literally can touch it and feel it. It is so close. And so we're kind of at that aha moment where we realize like, oh, it's going to be okay. And like this, I'm not going to drown. I'm not going to die. Like, I can literally put my feet on the ground and take those steps forward. Right? So I really appreciated him for that vision, because it definitely, helped. And so, on the 21st here in Houston, we had snow. And since then, I've been getting the Christmas song in my head over like this past week about it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. And I just got this, like, I've had this sense that, you know, there is like, it's like Christmas. It's Christmas, like the joy of Christmas is in the air. And so I am just expectant of surprises and joy and just gifts from above. Amen. And so another thing the Lord is saying is hearts are really being weighed in the balance. And it's important for us to maintain a clean heart. And really what's going to help us do that is to remain focused on how we can be a blessing to others. Okay. Because God has big plans for his remnant and he's going to use us in big ways, and that can be overwhelming, or it can also like get us into this place of like being self-absorbed. And so we want to remain humble and we want to remain like focused on what the purpose is. And that is to be a blessing to others, to serve humanity, so that we can point them to Christ and give him the glory and be vessels of his love, his kindness, and just introduce him to a, you know, hurting world that so badly needs the love of God right now. So that's the awesome thing, is it will be easy if we just approach all that we are called to do for God with a heart that is desiring to help others, to comfort others, to encourage others, to help others understand the wisdom of God so they can build their life and build stability in their life through Christ, through the wisdom and the mind of Christ. And so that takes a lot of the pressure off of like, are we going to be able to do this? And just keeps us in a posture of humility, right? And then the Lord was also sharing with me, speaking to me through the number 1414. So I looked it up, and this number refers to Exodus 14:14, which reads, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be silent," signifying that God will handle the battle and believers should trust in his power, requiring no action beyond remaining calm and steadfast. And this verse is the most prominent association with the number 1414, emphasizing God's protection and intervention in times of adversity. And we are absolutely in days of adversity. So as long as we continue to walk in love, God is going to handle our battles, and he's going to direct our steps, and everything's going to be okay. And he also spoke to me through the number 3232, and in the Bible, it's associated with prosperity and the names of 2 Israelites, and it may also represent God's love and care for his people. So it just reiterated what God's been impressing on me, that he's got this covered. He is going to bring it to pass, and, you know, he loves and cares for his people. Now, the month of SHEVAT is the 11th month on the Hebrew calendar and the 5th month on the creation calendar. And some of the phrases tied to this month is a wellspring of blessings. My blessings are on the way. And this month is associated with the tribe of Asher. And Asher was the tribe that their promise was of abundance. And their region that they were given to occupy was fertile and continues to be fertile to this day. So the tribe of Asher was given this fertile land, and this fertile land allowed them to be abundant in growing olive trees and producing olive oil. And this correlates with a blessing that Moses gave the tribe of Asher. And this month is also the month of the New Year of the Trees, which I have mentioned in a previous video about Tu B'Shvat. This month is also the month to develop a plan for sustaining the generations. How will your olive tree blossom? Okay, so abundance. This month is about abundance, about prosperity, and using that prosperity to bless and sustain the nations and future generations. So again, having the heart to help others, okay? Because when you focus on loving God and loving people, serving people, then God will take care of you. God will provide for you. God will sustain you and bless you, because he sees that your heart is for others, for helping others. And so he will entrust you with provision and with wisdom to help you be his hands and feet. And so the month of SHEVAT is the 11th month on the Hebrew calendar. And if you look at Jeremiah 1:11 and 12, verses 11 and 12, it says, "Then the Lord said to me, 'Look, Jeremiah, what do you see?' And I replied, 'I see a branch from an almond tree.' And the Lord said, 'That's right. And it means that I am watching, and I will certainly carry out all my plans.'" So this month is going to bring forward motion, and I can attest that it's already happening for me. Next week, I should have good news, Lord willing, and I am hoping that that good news will result in the closing out of a contract that has been tying me to the past, holding me back from taking my place, and being obedient to the Lord, and being able to serve him how he wants me to be able to, unhindered, right? And so I'm believing that by the end of February, that chapter will be closed. And as these things close out, as the old passes away, like we are going to be accelerated into the new. Like we're literally taking a quantum leap, and the blessings are just going to be happening so quickly, okay? And in all areas where stagnancy was in our life, as we like are unhooked from that stagnancy, there's going to be no more delay. It's going to just release us into the blessings. It's going, all those areas that we feel like had lack and were dead are now going to be given new life, be upgraded. Like it's going to be a whole new world, and you're going to just have so much joy as you walk into your promised land and possess your promises that you will forget, or you will not remember the sting of the things that you had to go through in the past. And you don't have to have regret about any of it, because it all served a greater purpose to get you to where you are now, and to get you into your future promises, and to just completely revamp your whole life. Just a note as well that we have to be SHEVAT this February. We also have the Super Bowl. So I just mentioned that we have the Super Bowl coming up, and I mentioned that to do with the Big Brother dream. And again, God will bring his plans to pass. And really quickly, some dates. The first of SHEVAT, which is today, Moses repeats the Torah in Deuteronomy 1:3. On the second of SHEVAT, tomorrow, Asher was born. On the 24th of SHEVAT, Zechariah's prophecy is associated with that date in Zechariah chapter 1, verses 7 through 16. And then on the 28th of SHEVAT, Antiochus the fifth abandoned his siege of Jerusalem. So get ready, you guys. Get ready to possess your promise. Get ready, get ready, get ready. And just release the past. I know it can be so scary. I know it can be hard, right? Because like when Abraham had to separate from Lot, it was hard for him. And he knew that Lot was like, you know, going to a place that was not good. But Abraham had to let him go. And in the end, God spared Lot and his family, you know, and Lot and Abraham were reconnected. But there's family or friends or, you know, people that you just don't want them to let go, because you know, you just don't want to let them go, because you know that like they're going to have to learn some hard lessons, and you wish that you could just get them to understand, but they have to walk through their own journey and they have to learn those lessons. So trust God with the things you can't control, and the people that, you know, you're worried about. Trust God with them. Keep praying for them. But, you know, it's time to move on. It's time to move on and surrender them to the Lord. So be blessed.